Now, in this segment, I'm going to talk to you about the rest of the story. So, what I've just laid out for you, those 5 volumes, that's what we call our whole enchilada junior of real estate investing. Now, as we move on, we're getting deeper into the subject of real estate. And my volume 6 is borrowing right and borrowing cheap. So in this system, I'm talking about the financing of the real estate. And this is certainly something that stops people, certainly something that people feel like they have to know and have in place before they can even buy the first piece of real estate. So this one is going to focus on how we are able to borrow money from private money sources at market rates. Now, what's market rates? Well, about 4% is what we pay for our money, and no points and very little closing costs. And we provide the paperwork for them to do that in the system. So it's very powerful. There's calculators where they can provide to their clients how much they've paid in interest in the last year, so they can use that for their tax returns. And there's a robust number of documents and step-by-step processes and formulas that we explain to people exactly how to borrow money from private money sources. And in fact, I give them a script and even a presentation kit, how to present it to the lender. Now, in addition to that, I teach them how to borrow from hard money lenders and where to find them and what to say and what to do there. And then we talk about bank financing and borrowing from banks, and we talk about other sources of funding. So it's a very robust system called borrowing. Now, in volume 7, we talk about business management. And this is a very powerful course because many people don't know how to set up their offices or set up their file folders or be able to manage their tenants and be able to account for everything that they're doing in a certain way. So we lay that out for them, literally how to set up your office, how to set up the whole processes and procedures, and everything related to the success of a powerful real estate business. So that is a unique concept, a unique conversation, one that I don't know anyone else that teaches. So this is called business management. Now, volume 8 is property management. Now, property management is a key element for people to be successful in this business. If they're going to hold property for any length of time and for any number of folks, here's a key thing. We find that many landlords do not have the proper skills to be successful in managing their properties. So when they run across someone, which happens quite often, they hit bumps in the road, they stop paying the rent, there's issues, and something has to be done. Something has to be sorted out. It's a very important thing. And so what we've been able to do is lay it out in a step-by-step format so that your client can understand what to do and how to do it, both setting up the relationship in the first place. I've got my standard rental agreement that is loaded with profit centers and protection. There are a number of different additional forms that are included in that, like our welcome to the family form. And then what about when things go wrong? What letters do you have to write to the resident? Well, I've identified many things in our rental agreement that do go wrong from time to time. I've already written the letter for it. All they have to do is put their contact information at the top, press print, and boom, they can mail the letter off to the resident. So people, when they see my property management system, absolutely love it. Just did one up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. First time he'd ever had that topic on his agenda, I came up there and spoke and sold 22 packages to 80 people. So know that that's a hot topic. It's an important topic. And when it's presented in the right way, there's a number of folks that are interested in that. Now, most of my systems are $997 for the system, or there's also opportunities for combos when they buy it as a combo that's a lesser price. So we do have combo pricing as well. And the property management system is $997. All right. Volume 9 is my lease options course, lease with the option to buy. Now, interestingly, you can buy houses with lease with the option to buy, and you can sell houses with lease with the option to buy. Well, I've got the system divided into two parts, the buying side or the selling side. So on the buying side, and we give them a code at the bottom of the form, on the buying side, we have a weak lease and a strong option. On the selling side, we have a strong lease and a weak option. So there's definitely two sides of the story, two sides of the coin, and two opportunities. And certainly, if you are hiring an attorney today, what are they going to do? They're going to make documents that are favorable to their client. So we provide the same thing, and our client is either buying or they're selling, and they can use the documents that are already done right there in the system. Now, my next system is volume 10, owner financing. Owner financing. And boy, what a powerful system that is. This is where you can get a significant down payment from your buyer. But we don't stop there. We can also buy using owner financing. So once again, I have two sides of the coin, the buying side and the selling side. So on the buying side, we've got documents that are favorable to our client there. And then on the selling side, we've got the same. Now, it's set up in such a way as to protect the client and make sure that it's done in the correct way. So once they lay the whole deal out, they can have it reviewed by a local attorney to make sure everything's compliant with state law. But certainly we put some hints in there to support them in a variety of different states on what to do and how to do it. And now they've added to what they're doing in their business. So if they were just a landlord before, now they can lease their properties with the option to buy, and certainly that can give an option fee, or they can sell their properties to their clients and do that on what's called an agreement for deed. And doing that on an agreement for deed means they're not giving them the deed to the property just yet. So there's documentation that supports it. There's training that supports it. Remember before I said most of these come with CDs and also MP3s, so that guides them through using it. So you've got the guidebook, you've got the CDs, you've got all the steps in the process. Now, if you still haven't heard a topic that you love, in my final video grouping, I'll tell you the rest of the story of the whole enchilada grande. Yeah, baby.